Welcome back to the Blacklog and Shea Gap Eastern. Last time we ran a standard gauge train and we spotted that Pennsylvania Railroad boxcar at the interchange track. Today we're going to run an iron ore turn to service the blast furnace. And we're going to take Rio Grande Southern number 40 and we're going to couple it onto that combine, and then the combine goes on the back of those ore cars, and then we're going to go all the way up the branch past the blast furnace. So come along and enjoy the fun. Okay. Shove forward to clear the switch. Okay, that'll do. Slow it down a little bit. Okay, we've coupled onto the ore cars, the empties. And we're going to back clear the switch. The scenery starts here, and unfortunately I have not yet gotten around to scenicking the Richmond Furnace Yard. We'll get to that in the future. Okay, Kevin is uncoupled and we're going to run around the train and pick it up and head up the hill. That'll do. We'll come forward, past the lead to the engine house and the servicing area, turntable. Kevin has given the 3 toots indicating reverse. Running in reverse. Come back and couple up. 2 toots of the whistle and we're off to the races. Alright. The Buchanan Branch starts here at the end of the Richmond Furnace Yard. And between the coal interchange, actually the coke oven loads in tracks and the dump house for the iron ore, moving the stock house behind the blast furnace and running up around. And we'll cross over the South Penn branch of the Pennsylvania Railroad here. And we'll disappear into the hills as we head toward Cowan's Gap. There's the head house for the coke oven coal transport in the distance. Looking at the weigh bills for the 5 empties, we see we have 4 cars for mine number 2, which is there behind the tipple and processing facility here in Buchanan, and 1 car for mine number 7, which is around the bend through that cut, which we'll see in a little while. So what we're going to do here is we're going to uncouple from the train, we're going to run around the train, we're going to pull the empties out of there, and we're going to put them out here on the main. And then we're going to put those 4 cars on one of the loading tracks. And there's car 225, last car in the train. So the first 4 cars will go in one of those loading tracks. And number 225 will be put out and pushed around to mine number 7. So Kevin's going to pull forward at the switch. We're back down around the train. Kevin is backing number 40 down past the enclosed water tank, which is a model of the prototype on the East Broad Top Railroad at Coles. And that's my model of the Coles station. The tank still stands, but the station has been gone for many years. There you go. That'll do. Okay, let's come on up to the mine. That'll do. Okay, now we can back on down. I'm going to shove back up the hill. I'm going to put these cars out on the main. Oh, there's a Sasquatch sighting. Got the coupler set, and as soon as that car's in the underneath the, there we go. That's good right there. So they can be loaded. Okay. Now go ahead and reverse and back out of there. So these empties have been spotted on track number 2 at the mine, and if this was the real world, they would be switched by gravity as they were loaded downhill until the last car is under the tipple and filled, and it'll be ready to go to the blast furnace on the next turn. So now we're going to run all the way around the loads, and we're going to shove this lone empty through the cut into Cowan's Gap. We've got 2 loads to pick up, so we're going to set the combine and the empty off on the lead to the Buchanan Branch, which runs off into hidden track, while we pick up the load. Four blasts. Whoops. That's okay. It's a nice whistle. Okay. Push forward a couple up to the combine. Back here are the shadows. The white comes on my camera. Now this is raw ore that we are going to have to leave at the prep plant. We can't take it directly to the blast furnace. So there's an extra little move we have to make before we can head back down the mountain. That'll do. That'll do. Okay. Now Kevin will run the engine and the little string of cars in reverse, back around. And we have a couple more moves to make over at Buchanan before we head down the mountain, as I said earlier. Had a little bit of, had to call the maintenance away crew out to work on a turnout. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we'll drop the combine in front of the station there, Kevin, and we'll uncouple the raw ore to ship up, to put up on track 1, which is the preparation plant track. Okay, we've uncoupled the combine, and we're going to back down, and we're going to shove the loaded raw ore, and it'll be processed in there, and then on the next turn it'll go back down to the blast furnace as processed ore. That'll do. Okay, we've spotted the raw ore, and Kevin's going to run the 40 back down the ramp out onto the branch. As soon as we're clear of that switch, you can stop. So now we are train number 16, the ore turn east with loads from Buchanan to Richmond Furnace. All right, Kevin, we can go home. Okay, we have spotted the loads at the dump house. Kevin's moving number 40 down to the water plug for a much needed drink. Now Kevin, hit 5. Push 5. In the water?
Clearly. Over the hum of the
Over the hum of the air conditioner. Yeah, that's the water coming out of the, that's the hatch opening up and the water coming in. I love sound. Okay, that's another operating session complete on the B&SGE. This time it was on the narrow gauge. Hope you enjoyed this. Once again, we'll be open during the narrow gauge convention. If you're attending, they'll give you a map and the schedule. Hope to see you then.